All right, what is up, everybody? Matt Modi here with OddsJam. In this video, I'm just giving you some NFL player props to lock in for week 16 or 15, specifically for Sunday. So we got a couple plays here that I really like that I found using OddsJam, using the positive expected value page. And we're looking at here, the first play that we're going to go ahead and lock in, David Montgomery under 57.5 rushing yards. David Montgomery, the running back for the Bears, playing against the Eagles in this one. So the play is at -101 at Caesars, and the no vig odds that OddsJam calculates prices this to be pretty much at -104, a little bit above -104. So there's a 3-cent gap between the OddsJam perfect line and the odds bet that we are betting at Caesars. That gives us our profitability. In this case, an EV percent of about 1.58. We can round up to 1.6%. So all in all, pretty good play here. The reason why I like this one is because look at where the rest of the sports books price it, right? Pinnacle has it at -114. BetOnline has it all the way down at -130. So basically we're getting it for pretty much even money, right? At -101, as close to even money as it gets. And BetOnline has this all the way down at -130 with the over at +100. They have the under at -130. And then DraftKings, not as much as BetOnline, still pretty decently favoring the under at -120 with the over at -110. And then if you open the event page in a new tab, we can pull up where every other sportsbook prices his running prop specifically at, because we know there's obviously a difference amongst the odds themselves for this play of 57.5. There's also going to be a difference between where sportsbooks price his rushing yardage prop in general. And as we can see, Monkey Knife Fight prices it at 55.5, so 2 yards lower. And keep in mind, we are taking an under, so this is a good sign for us. And then this column right here is Prize Picks. As you can see, Prize Picks prices this at 53.5, so 4 yards lower than what we got it at. So we're taking an under where majority of sports books favor it going under, and we're only getting it at -101. And then the other two books that have different prices price it lower than what we got it at. So this David Montgomery one has pretty good value. Again, -101 at Caesars in the Eagles versus Bears game. The next one that I wanted to lock in here is Stefon Diggs under 71.5 receiving yards. Now, for those of you that haven't checked the weather, this game is supposed to be played in a blizzard in Buffalo. So fading passing props makes a ton of sense. The sharp books have started to update their lines where it looks like maybe Caesars has not. Pinnacle pricing this under at -106, 10 cents lower than the Caesars line. BetOnline pricing it at -111. And then DraftKings in BetMGM at -115. All in all, giving us a no vig odds OddsJam perfect line of +103 and an EV percent of +125. Of 1.25%. Sorry, I'm so used to saying odds. EV percent of 1.25, which can also be viewed as our profit margin. And then again, of course, we want to look at the other sports books, see where they're pricing the odds at for this one. Keep in mind, we're getting it at +106, so for a little bit more favorable odds, just meaning higher payout than the David Montgomery one. And we are taking, so yeah, it looks like in this case, it's kind of split between where the sports books price it. Bet Rivers has it 1 yard higher at 72. Monkey Knife Fight has it 3 yards higher at 74.5. But then we also see Prize Picks, which again, this one's Prize Picks right here, have it at 67.5, so 4 yards higher. So not as good of a value in terms of where the other sports books price it as a David Montgomery one, but still really good when you look at it from an odds perspective as well. And then if you are using Monkey Knife Fight, this would be a pretty good under to take. They're pricing it 2 to 3 yards higher to 7 yards higher than every other sportsbook. So if you're using this DFS platform, which is what Monkey Knife Fight is, this would be a pretty good under to take. Stefon Diggs under 74.5 receiving yards, but the official positive EV play is Stefon Diggs under 71.5 receiving yards, +106 at Caesars in the Dolphins versus Bills game. And then the last one that I'm going to go ahead and lock in here is this Josh Allen under 1.5 passing touchdowns. So this play is at -107 at Bet Rivers. Same game, Bills versus Dolphins. Fading passing props. Again, the sharp books have caught up to the fact that this is going to be a Snowmageddon type game. Some of them, other sports books have not. Not as big of an EV play here, of an expected value play here, but still really good. 0.27% expected value, 0.27% profit margin. No big odds, pricing it at about minus 107.5, essentially. We're getting it at minus 107. But the reason why I like this one, look at where every other sportsbook prices it. So you can ignore Underdog because they have the same implied odds depending on the legs, so you can ignore that. But Pinnacle, minus 126, BetOnline, minus 123, DraftKings, minus 125, and Caesars at minus 123. So all in all, really good play here on this Josh Allen under. And that's going to be it. So 3 player props for you guys to lock in. 1 in the Eagles-Bears game, 2 in the Bills-Dolphins game. And keep in mind, this is for Saturday. So I said Sunday, week 15. I should have said weekend, week 15, because this is for Saturday. But regardless, that is going to be it. So appreciate everybody watching. Enjoy the games Saturday and Sunday, and have a good one.